Good morning. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome. Hello. Okay, I guess I'm going. Welcome back to Free Speak. I'm your host, Michael. Yeah, hello. It's so good to see you again. You guys are great. You guys are really... The fact that you just keep coming back and saying hello and watching my videos really means a lot to me. I actually do mean that. I do appreciate those of you who come back and watch it. It's great. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for the comments that you leave. I really like it. I appreciate it. It helps me keep on doing what I like to do. Yeah. Anyways, hello. Welcome back to Free Speak, where we talk about what's on our mind in the moment and discuss points seriously and comedically. So I don't know why. Well, I know why, but my Spanish has been on my mind recently. There's this children's show coming up tomorrow and this weekend. But it's a children's show, so they have to tell a story, but they incorporate a bunch of Spanish in it. So it's like, bring me dos borregos, 2 sheep. Or like, oh no, we have to ask dos animales. That means 2 animals. And they just keep going with these funny little, like, quirky Spanish phrases, like, oh, los niños, my children. I am el coyote, the coyote. Señorita gallina. It's just funny because it like you have to explain yourself again and like, oh hey, I mean жизнь, life. Oh, hello. It's just funny. Yeah. Anyways, that's been on my mind about Spanish. And funny thing, I vowed never to learn Spanish. Like, that was one of my things that I learned I'm learning very slowly that you need to not vow to never do things. Like they say, never say never. And I mean that. You should really never say never. Because, like I talked about in the last video about karma, a lot of things will come back around. I vowed never to learn Spanish because I didn't want to learn Spanish. So I was like, no, everyone learns Spanish. I'm not learning Spanish. Ha! Take that! Oh, now I am in serious peligro. Peligro means danger. But I also vowed never to learn guitar. I was like, no, I am never going to learn guitar because everyone learns guitar. I don't want to play guitar at all. And then I found myself wanting to learn guitar and learning the ukulele, which is similar to guitar, but not quite the same thing. But again, and now I need to learn the guitar, so that's my goal that I set myself, to learn guitar. So now I have to also learn guitar. Again, vowed never to go to community college, and I went to a community college. Vowed, never to be a certain way, and then comes back. It's just. I think it's funny. I think it's funny the things that go against you. Like, you think, I am never gonna do that, or I think it also comes back around to a more serious point of like, oh, I'll never be at that low point, or I'll never be as good as them. It kind of works both ways. If you look at it with the scoffing view, like, oh, I would never be as. That's something that I learned we did some mission work in Atlanta. So we would go down to Atlanta and work with the homeless, and we would do that. And one of the things they definitely told us and taught us was, don't look down on people just because of the situation that they're in. So especially with homeless people in Atlanta, it was. And I'm not saying that this is only the case for Atlanta. This is just where I experienced it. I went down to Atlanta to help with a shelter, and we made food, we made sandwiches, we played music, we played games, we did outreaches, we did community build-up. We did a lot of stuff that I really enjoyed, and it has a really big impact. One of the things that, especially even the homeless people said, and the people that are in charge of the whole organization, a lot of them always said, be careful in life, and don't ever look down on the homeless people, because someday that could be you. And I heard tons of, fantastic stories of, some were drug survivors, hard drug survivors, that they were in a bad spot, and they came out of it, but now they're homeless and they're trying to get their life back on their feet. Some were like billionaires, successful businessmen, and they would go out and they would do these, I don't know, something would happen, and then just a series of bad events would happen. And it's not necessarily their fault. Like, the economic crash happened, and then they were torn apart, and their business went bankrupt, and their family left them because they were only involved monetarily, and they were left alone and without money and without a home. So there's a bunch of these stories that I saw that were just sad events. It wasn't anyone's fault. It wasn't, you can blame God and you can blame the universe. But the cool thing for me that happened was a lot of these people were actually really firm believers. That could be a difference, regionally, the South is more of a Bible Belt. It's more, traditionally associated with Christianity and views that they hold. So a lot of that is culturally infused. Plus, a lot of these shelters, when they do offer things, you have to typically have a service before and then you have the thing. So a lot of that also affects the way people view it. But, they didn't blame God. Not necessarily that you couldn't, you can always place the blame wherever you want to. But it was just cool to see that, that you would think that these people are like, oh, you know what, screw it, you guys are, you're so evil. Oh, life just sucks. It's not my fault. It's everyone's fault around me. No, they just embraced this, and they were trying to, share the lesson with these high school kids who came down from Kansas City, and they were saying like, hey, listen, don't look down on us because you could be in the same place, and I just want to tell you to always keep your head up, always have your faith, always have something to believe in, and just keep going no matter what happens, and just remember to push through. It's a really touching moment for me, and I encourage everyone watching the channel, everyone just tuning in, do some sort of not mission. I call it mission work, but it's generally just called community service. Some sort of community service event, just service events where you can go out and you put others above yourself. I talked to a coworker of mine, and every year he goes to Vietnam and he helps kids. He helps kids out and he teaches them English. He's with an orphanage and he does that. That's what he likes to do. Granted, he also goes to drink the cheap beer that they have in Vietnam and to get those cheap cigarettes that he has there. So again, he's not the right reasons, but he goes out and does it because he just likes to enjoy his time. But he's still doing something, and I know him and I have had a lot of discussions of him saying, oh, dude, I do this because it feels good to help other people. When I help other people, when I put people above myself and I put my needs down, it helps me, stay balanced and stay connected and da-da-da-da-da. So, there is a psychological effect that happens when you put others above yourself and you help them. For some people, if you want to have fun while you do it, do it. I think as long as you're helping someone else, you're doing a service to the world, even if you're smoking and drinking at the same time. Not necessarily that there's anything bad with smoking and drinking. Again, I wish I could censor myself sometimes and just be like, oh no, I didn't mean to say it. There's nothing. There are health effects that happen because of drinking and smoking, but that doesn't mean that it's wrong morally to drink or smoke. Whatever. It's just, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't endorse it, neither do I abolish it, because it happens, it's life. That's what it's kind of about. It's more about helping other people than that, but if you're helping, you can't really help in an AA meeting if you're sitting with the people in the group drinking a beer. There's a difference of there, it's, I think it'd be really not funny. It'd be not funny at all. But if you're doing like a homeless outreach and you invited all these homeless people to your home, like, that would also be insensitive, I think, a little bit. Like, think about it. Like, if you did that and you were like, oh, hey guys, I really want to do something for you. Why don't you guys all come over to my home and I'll show you? I think that's a little different. I think there's a point of sensitivity. I think it could be fine because you're inviting them into your abode. You're showing them not necessarily what they're missing out on or what they don't have. It's a hospitality thing. You're pulling them in and you're saying, here's the stuff that I have, and I give it to you, and I give you, please come in and join me. So I think there's a little bit different. But for sure, Alcoholics Anonymous, if you're going to the meeting and you have a beer or you're just drinking from your flask, I think there's a problem with that because you're not really helping them. You're just kind of rubbing it in their face that they have a problem and you don't. Well, technically, you would also have a problem because you can't think of the right moment. I don't know. That's just my little spiel. Back to being super serious. I mean, yeah, it's important to help others, and I think you can have fun. We had so much fun going. It was just my high school class. It was the sophomores, the freshmen, sophomore, and juniors that went. Seniors could go if they wanted to. But you didn't have to go. You signed up and you paid and you went. But you went down. You had food. You had your friends. You were playing games. You were doing skits. You were doing all these things with the community, walking around, seeing downtown Atlanta. That was so cool. I love that place. But again, you're not required to do any of it. You're welcome to do it if you wanted to. So. I love it. I loved it, and I want to go back. I want to do something like that again. I want to get some friends from college and go do an outreach. We have one of those, not a shelter, but we have opportunities all around. And you honestly should have opportunities wherever you're at. Whatever city you're in, there are always opportunities to go out and serve the community and to work for the benefit of the society that you're in. I encourage you to do that. I know that I'm guilty of not doing that recently, so I want to do that. I would love to do some sort of service opportunity this summer. I know there's, even with our college, they have opportunities to go down to Mexico and work on green energy projects. And that's not necessarily, it's still community benefits. It's still community service. You're still helping the community around you by empowering them with actual green power. So that's the moral of today, is to go out and make the world a better place. And that's one of my goals in life, is to make the world a better place. I want my life to have bettered the world in some way, so that when I leave this world, I will have made it better in some way, because that's going to have a longer lasting impact than if I just do whatever the heck I want with my own life. So there we go. Yeah, anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Free Speak. This is Free Writing with My Mouth. Free Writing with Your Mouth. I'm trying to make that a hashtag, so spread the word. Free Writing with Your Mouth. Yeah. But seriously, that's something that I put in the YouTube thing. When you upload a video you can put like that's one of the tags that I put in. I put Free Writing with Your Mouth. It's all one big smushed word. So please use it, spread it. I will make sure to hashtag it every time now when I can do it. Oh, I can put it in my description. There we go. Problem solved. I don't need your help. I can do this myself. No. Yeah. So spread the word, spread the love, and that's me saying, like, share the video. When I say spread the love, I mean share the love, spread the love, share the video. You don't have to do that. Again, you're free to do whatever you want yourself. But yeah, leave a comment, leave a like, share the video, share the love. Go make the world a better place. Have a great day. Honestly though, you guys are awesome. You guys are making my world a better place. And I encourage you to go out and help someone. Help someone out. Give someone a smile today, because that can make the world a better place if you just smile and mean it. So, you guys are great. I will see you back next week with a new video with some new stuff to talk about. Alright, see ya.